You see this right here? Price touched this level 3 different times and every time it bounced. That's not random. That's a support level. And once you understand how to spot these, you'll see opportunities everywhere. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to identify support and resistance step by step, even if you're brand new to charting. No fancy indicators, just your chart and a little practice. Let's jump straight into the chart so I can show you where these levels come from and how to confirm them before entering a trade. And by the way, if you want to practice what I'm showing you here without risking real money, you can actually do it right inside Moomoo. It's 100% free to open an account, and they even give you live data to draw levels and work on your charting. Right now, they are offering a $100 cash reward, $1,000 worth of NVIDIA stock, and an 8.1% APY on all your uninvested cash. If any of that's of interest to you, hey, be sure to check out the link down below in the description. I'll drop the link below. It's the same one I use to take my trades. Taking a look at it, to those of you wondering what this website is called, this is called TradingView. This is going to be where I do most of my charting when I'm on my desktop. If you want to learn how to use TradingView, be sure to click on the card above and that'll take you to the TradingView tutorial. But going on, taking a look at it, we're going to identify support and we're going to identify resistance. So real quick, before we do anything, I want to come in and actually define what is support, what is resistance. That way we don't get them mixed up. Support is going to be like the floor. All right, so whenever you think of support, I want you to think of the floor. Support is going to be a level that's holding up the price. Pretty much anytime the stock price comes to support, it's either going to bounce up from there or it's going to be held there. There are going to be buyers holding up the price, supporting the price up. When you think of resistance, I want you to think of the ceiling. This is going to be a level that the stock price has trouble getting above, and it's going to be the opposite of support. Funny thing about them being opposites, whenever you actually get below support, support becomes resistance. And whenever you get above resistance, resistance becomes support. Remember that. Now, all we're looking at, you know what resistance is, you know what support is. We are looking for clear, obvious points where the level is respected. How do we know the level is respected? It can either trade sideways at that level, which means to stay at the same price for a while, or you're going to see some kind of reversal, which would be a bounce either to the upside or downside. So taking a look at this chart, if we look right here, we can see at this level right here, price gets above this level. We come back, we visit it, we bounce. Time goes on, we come back to this level again. We visit it, we bounce. All right, so this is going to be support. This is going to be a level where things are held up. Remember what I just told y'all to remember about resistance becoming support and support becoming resistance? If we actually take this over here and extend it, you can see that over here, stock price came to this level once, sold off, came to this level again, sold off, and then this time, it came above this level. Now it's support. And then when the stock price came over here, we got a flip. All right, we flipped from this being resistance to this being support. Right here, we got the flip. We got a touch point. We got another touch point. Now we can see this is an area of support. All right, now looking at the chart, we can also see there's some areas of resistance. If we take a look, we can see that it's not anymore. Now it's going to hold up as a level of support. But coming from this area of support over here, you can see that we had an area of resistance kind of formed over here. Every time we came to this level, we kind of bounced off. So we came over here. We got a touch in here. That's one touch of resistance. We came over here. Another touch of resistance, which sent us all the way down to support. And then from support, we got sent up. And then over here, we broke through resistance. And now this is going to be a level of support because we flipped. So this is one example of support and resistance. Just to practice a little more, we'll go back on the same stock. If we go back a little bit more, looking for older levels, We can see that over here at this level right here, this is support too. Looking at this level was resistance for a little bit, not too long, but we got above this area. This level was a weak resistance before it became support, but we pushed through this area, sold off. We pushed up some more and we came back and retested it. So first off, we had a break over here. We had a retest over here. This time we were retesting as support. We got another retest over here. Another retest over here. Another retest over here. And one thing to know about support and resistance, the more times that price visits support and resistance, the stronger that area is going to be. And what I mean by that is if we take a look at this area as support, we can notice that we got one touch here, another touch here, 3 touch here, 4 touch here, and then it leads to this massive move up. All right, so seeing that we got 4 touches of this as support, just know the more touches of support or resistance you get, know that there is a large move coming. So right here, this is what is known as a bounce. So we bounced this time, but we could also get a large move to the downside. All right, had we come here and broke below, we also could have gotten a large move to the downside. So that's something to be aware of right there. And now for probably the most important part of support and resistance. You may not feel the most confident right away just watching that for the first time, but practice this. Every chart you look at, practice drawing your support and resistance. Know that there's pretty much always going to be another level of support and resistance. For instance, if we look right here and we come to a lower time frame, we can see that it was on the monthly chart that we're looking at, but if I drop down to a lower time frame, there are other levels of support and resistance as well. So coming in, looking at it, I can see that this was the area of support we were looking at earlier. I can see that this level right here kind of holds up as a level of support and a level of resistance as well. I can also see that this level up here holds up as a level of support and resistance as well. It was resistance over here, one touch, you got all this over here, another touch over here, another touch over here. We break above, we get a touch over here, and now we're coming back and testing this once again. Or we tested this once again, and now we're up here. And if we look to the next level, we can see, oh, there is another level of resistance up here, which is kind of what we came back to touch today. And then all the way up here, we got more resistance up here. I wouldn't necessarily want to have all these lines on my chart at the same time, but it's always good to know where your next support and resistance levels are. And ideally, when you are trading support and resistance, you want to play each line like it's going to bounce unless you get a breakout. How does that look? I'm going to highlight our current range. The current range that we are trading in is going to be right here. So this is the current range right here. We got support down here, resistance up here. Ideally, if you are trading this top part up here, most of the time in this area, you're going to be trading to the downside. And then in this area, the bottom half of the zone, you're going to be trading to the upside. So taking a look at this, we got resistance up here at about 190 and support down here around 183.50. Say the price comes down here, you buy the stock. All right, say the price is up here, ideally you sell the stock. Say the price is here, and say we notice, okay, we get a complete candle close below. All right, now next thing we look, we say, hey, where's that next area of support? If we break through down here, we're going to close out the stock we bought or the calls we bought, depending on how you're playing it. We're going to go for downside. So from here, if we actually look at it, the next area of support I see would be probably about right here, which lines up. This was resistance over here. There's some support. There's more support here. Support and resistance isn't going to be an exact level. It's going to be more a range. So down from this 178.38 area up to this 179 or so area, it's going to be more of a support area. So price can come to this support area. Now you're looking to do the same thing that we kind of had going over here. So now the bottom half of this we're looking to buy, and the top half where this resistance is, we're looking to sell. So that's how you would want to play that. One last thing we need to talk about is, what does confirmation look like? There are going to be different kinds of candles. If we take a look at a candle will typically look like this. All right, so we got a candle, right? Let's say this is resistance right here. All right, so this candle, a little bit of it broke above resistance, but it's not completely above resistance. All right, so right here, if this line up here is resistance, for it to confirm above and for it to be a breakout, resistance, it needs, first off, we want it to completely close above resistance. This is going to be the first level of the breakout. So the green body of the candle, we want that to close above. All right, so let's say it looks like this. This is semi-confirmation, but we can still get faked out. What's going to be the nicest is, say this line is still resistance, we get a candle that is completely above, not in contact with the line. That's going to be a resistance. That's going to be a breakout to the upside. And if we get that, typically we expect the stock to move up a lot more with a lot more momentum. Same to the downside. All right, so if this candle was red and now it's completely below the line, we get a red candle completely below the line, not like this is still in contact with the line. It's a strong sign that's, hey, we're likely going to sell off, but this isn't confirmation because it still comes in contact with the line. A complete candle closed below, that is confirmation. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything, be sure to smash the like button. If for some reason you're new here and haven't already, be sure to subscribe. I post beginner-friendly trading tutorials every week. And last but certainly not least, thank you so much for watching. Matthew Mayo signing off, and I want to change your life. YouTube thinks you'll like this video. Be sure to check it out.